presence of the security personnel, and then also acknowledge Zonal and all the departments in bracket Busuranding. As I alluded earlier, sports, Mr. Suleiman Baji is also in the midst. Sifo VDC chairman, we are hosted by the PRO of Nyofele VDC. So far, these are the dignitaries we received football park by a goal to nil. Whilst the debutants to Jeren majority, and then they'll be kicking from majority, and then they'll be kicking from on the ground, seeking the attention of the medic and the home-based supporters of Kombo Sillah zone.
Zonals champions. Zonals championship, and for the very first time the presence of our colleagues and brothers from Gambia for the very first time the presence of our colleagues and brothers from Gambia Talents TV who have already joined us and this time is a long one in the half, and Kombo Sillah hoping to get the very first victory in their very first time of asking against the Lamin side, who have been there and even played the semi-final in the last edition before losing on post-match shootout to the eventual finalist Brufut at the Box Bar Mini Stadium, and the ground is all set and it is all set. Masaya, this is definitely a lively one. Already the intention coming from these two sides are definitely very much clear, as the home side Kombo Sillah hoping to snatch the much needed victory against their opponents and the side from Lamin.
Yeah, thank you Parliament Party for taking us through the starting 11 of the both sides. As you rightly alluded, the tempo of the game is getting higher and higher as the debutants Kombo Sillah zone looking or searching for a first victory. So far so good. The field is being occupied by the fans from Kombo Sillah zone, and then they are kicking from left to right, and then let's hope and see as far as the 90 minutes is concerned.
Let's just wait and see what the 90 will surely give us at the C4 football field. Hello, good afternoon, wherever you might be getting our voices and signals. This is LSTV1 live from the C4 football field, and of course it is the debutant against Lamin in the 2025 edition of the West Coast Zonal Championship, proudly and officially bankrolled by Brikama Area Council, and we will surely give you what they are currently giving. Kombo Sillah using the left side of the attack in trying to penetrate, and already the player wrestled on the far side, and it's an opportunity. Central referee Lamin Damfa, ably and reliably assisted by Aliu Seka, Yusufa Sambo, and of course Modu Baji serving as the fourth assistant referee, and our very own Ajimai Kande is serving as the fourth or the match commissioner in this crucial and lively game. What a showdown, what a great beginning, and good to know that Lamin Jara has also joined us at the C4 football field. Of course, it's a clash between debutants Kombo Sillah zone and Lamin zone, and it is of course live on LSTV1. Set piece for the home side, who are currently backed by a huge support base, and they will be hoping to snatch the much needed and the very much important victory at home in their first outing. And in the second game they're going to play away, this time around into the gloves of the netminder Karunka Suso. And Karunka Suso is the custodian, and he is indeed a player for Koli Stars. And Lamin will break, not for too long. Dembajao regain possession for Kombo Sillah. Dembajao spreading it wide on the far side, trying to connect the run of Osman Sise. And Osman, one of the fantastic players for this side, he's been blocked to touch on the far side. The home side will benefit, and the left back on 12, Kebajane, will deliver this throw in on the far side. And Kebajane is operating on the left side of the defense, who is currently playing for Jiba Kodo United in this year's Gunjur Soma Naritan. And the boys from Gunjur Kunkujang. And in goal, Aliu Dabo is a player from Sifo, and he plays for Canada FC in the ongoing Sifo football competition. Yaya Jaju is the only player who has ever tested the competition, that is the Zonals, and played for Gunjuru, whilst the rest of the players for Kombo Sillah are playing for the very first time in the competition, whilst the side of Lamin having Karunko Suso, who once played in the competition, Lali Kande, and of course we also have Babu Karsar, who also played in the competition, and he was part of the last year's team, Musa Bojang team captain, alongside Abubakar Kujabi, and these were all players that played in the last competition and currently playing for Lamin in this edition. And of course this is the 5th edition of the West Coast Zonals Match. It has been an interesting and a lively showpiece from the C4 football field, and interestingly the debutants seems to be the most impressive side since the commencement of this crucial showdown.
Yeah, the debutants honestly controlling the tempo of the game, and then we can all see that at least they have the zeal and then they have the passion to win as far as this encounter is concerned. Though they are the debutants and they are the underdogs, but currently they are seen as the dominant as far as these 45 minutes is concerned. Let's see what will happen next.
As far as the first half and the first half is concerned, in case you're just joining us, it is an opportunity for Kombo Sillah, beautifully blocking there by the defense, of course, for Lamin. Not for too long, Kombo Sillah regained possession. Adam Ajaju trying to reconnect the advancing play. Is that going to be a foul? Yes, given by the central referee, Lamin Damfa, who is having the assistance of Aliu Seka, Yusuf Sambo, and of course Modu Baji serving as the 4th assistant referee. Ajimai Kande is of course serving as the match commissioner in this crucial and lively contest. And the supporters coming from the 8 communities that came together to form this team of Kombo Sillah are still piling in here at the C4 football field, hoping to snag the most important victory at the C4 football field, just as I said at the commentary cabin for Lamin Fatih, Sanyang, Mohamed Dukure, and we are also joined by the media officer. So we said the media officer for West Coast Region Football Association, Lamin Jara, the sports writer, has also joined us at the C4 football field, and it is a lively contest between Kombo Sillah and of course Lamin Zone. Kombo Sillah currently playing their very first season in the competition, whilst Lamin have been there for some time now, and the score is currently 0-0 in case you're just joining us. And live from LSTV1, this is for Lamin Fatih, Masanyang, Mohamed Dukure, and Lamin Jara. Jara, welcome to the C4 football field. Probably not for the very first time, but for the very first time in a clash between debutants Kombo Sillah and Lamin.
Yeah, thank you very much, and yeah, it's history already, because 5 years now, and we are here for the first time ever. I think that tells the story, and that's a narrative all by itself. As I made my journey coming, and the atmosphere outside can tell you that there is something big, and the people here are anticipating something, so great. No wonder people have come, despite the fact that it's a weekend and you expect people to go to work, but they've looked at the calendar and they've made sure that they created time for this. So I think that alone I've shown you the story, and what a day it is. Yeah, the debutants, Kombo Sillah, if you like, although at the beginning so many people doubted it, but when you come in, yesterday I was at 40, I was expecting something bigger, but when I came in, I just said, wow, if this is trial, bring it on, and we want to enjoy it year in, year out. But again, you look at the oppositions today, Lamin, they are not a small team in this tournament, although they've never won it, but time without numbers, they've come so close. Last year to me, they were the standout team without a doubt. They were just the best team of the tournament. Sometimes in football, you go in out there and the best team never wins. Well, today, I'm sure they will come here and they will expect nothing less than a win against the debutants. But we saw together, came out of the blocks in the home of Costa yesterday. So you didn't get anything against, a Kombo Sillah win today in front of their fans.
Thank you very much, awards and the colleague and brother Lamin Jara from the C4 football field. Of course, the game between Lamin and the host Kombo Sillah who are playing in the competition for the very first time. Just as I said earlier, Mohamed Dukure, you've already witnessed the first, the first 20 minutes of this crucial showdown. 11 minutes of the showdown, and the score is currently unchanged. 0-0 at the C4 football field, but currently it is lively. An attack coming from Kombo Sillah. Can they find the back of the net? And this time around, never troubled the custodian. And Lamin survived. Kombo Sillah continue to search for a breakthrough, but currently the score is indeed 0-0 from the C4 football field. And interestingly, the debutant seems to be the most impressive side since the commencement of this crucial showdown.
Well, many thanks to you, Pa Fatih and my able boss, Steve, the sport writer, Mas. Yeah, we encountered one of the electrifying opening, one of the electrifying debutant team with one of the decorated team already, Lamin zone, playing against the debutant team, Kombo Sillah zone. Is like, this is already an historical moment between these two sides. But we see at the end of the day, which team will be able to produce as a winner. And the point time, we played over 10 minutes here at the Theatre of Entertainment, Siforian Taylor. But at this moment, we played 10 minutes, but Siforian taking the Kombo Sillah zone taking the ownership. Kombo Sillah zone taking the ownership as of now, but we see football is drama, and drama is something that has to be watched. So at the end of the day, we'll see which side will be able to clinch the 3 points. Thank you so much, Pa.
Thank you very much, Mohamed Dukure. Earlier on, Lamin Jara, Masanyang. In case you're just joining us, you are reminded that we're still coming to you live, not from the Box Mini Stadium in Brikama, but of course from the C4 football field, and we are of course live on LSTV1 at the commentary cabin. Lamin Fatih Demba Jao trying to test the goalkeeper from distance. Adama Jaju now trying to control this ball decently for Kombo Sillah zone, and still Lamin trying to get that ball from their own half, and Adama Jaju Rasul, and the center referee has already given the opportunity to the boys playing from our left to right from our commentary cabin against the Lamin side. It has been an impressive beginning for Kombo Sillah, who are playing in the competition for the very first time, and of course this year's West Coast Region Zonal Championship. In Group A we have Fonyi Central, 2 Costa and Tujere, and of course in Group B Brufut, Brikama and Fabi, and Group C Lamin, Kombo East and Kombo Sillah. In Group D Sukuta, Sanyang and Gunjur. And in the first game, which was of course the Super Cup, we saw Fonyi took on Brufut at the Box Mini Stadium. It's a delivery for Kombo Sillah, trying to head that ball down, but the central referee Lamin Damfa has already given the opportunity. And in this contest, Damfa is ably and reliably assisted by Aliu Seka, Yusuf Sambu, and of course Modu Baji serving as the fourth assistant referee. Ajimai Kante is the match commissioner, lively and entertaining on and off the pitch. The supporters of Kombo Sillah zone are definitely on top of their voices, cheering their boys to glory. And in the first game, which was the Super Cup, it ended 4-1 Brufut 2. In the Super Cup, it ended 4-1 Brufut 2. On the far side, Lamin will try to break around the area. It's a time for the netminder Aliu Dabo, and Aliu is the custodian for Kombo Sillah. And Kombo Sillah playing their very first game in the competition. For the very first time in the competition, Lani Kande, is that going to be a foul? Central referee, no, the strikes, and saved by the custodian Karunka Suso. Another glorious opportunity was squandered. What a strike, what a moment for Kombo Sillah. And this side has been the most impressive side since the commencement of this crucial and lively game, Masanyang. And Kombo Sillah are currently having a mark in the competition.
Honestly, this is what the fans love, and then this is what they have been saying, and then this is what they have been playing.
At least to see Kombo Sillah zone at least edging up, and then we have seen a glorious chance by Demba, but being deflected by the goalkeeper, and then obviously it was a waste. And then so far so good, the plays on the ground from Lamin, and then the fans of Lamin will not be happy, and then the fans from Kombo Sillah zone will be praying to have series of these goal scoring opportunity, Mr. Pa.
Thank you very much, Masanyang. Shortly we will engage Lamin Jara, and Lamin was in Fonyi yesterday, and we will try to engage him. And currently at the Box Mini Stadium is a clash between the Sateba boys against the traveling boys from Farato, Musumbala and Yundum and Nema Fabi. And currently at the Box Mini Stadium, but first we're going to have total concentration on this crucial and lively game. Kombo Sillah up against Lamin in the very first game of the 2025 West Coast Zonal competition for Kombo Sillah, and of course Lamin as well. Lamin Jarrah, you were in Fonyi yesterday. Just tell us the reaction of the Fonyi supporters after snatching that late winner, and that late winner against Central 2. I know it must have been an interesting ending at the Buya football field yesterday, where we had Fonyi against Central 2.
Yeah, it was always going to be that way. Looking at Fonyi and the Super Cup, and when they lost it by 2-1 against Burfoot, coming into their home game this time, it was in Buyam. Remember, over the years they used to have it at the Sibanor football field, but yesterday they went to Buyam, and there was a little bit of scare and sense of nervousness in the atmosphere, because you look at it, it was 0-0 after they lost their Super Cup for the second year running. Everybody expected them to come and bounce back and get themselves out of the blocks within the first half. But again, Central 2 came and they posed a lot of threats. To me, I think the best game, the better team on the night yesterday lost it. And Fonyi had to leave it very, very late. It was almost going for a draw. And from what we were seeing yesterday, or what we saw, you could see signs of frustration from the fans. But no wonder when the long throw came in, and it was headed by Bakari Jiba in the front post. It was like you have just removed a burden from them, and from then on, they in fact they begged for the referee to blow for the final whistle. That is because of the pressure posed by Central 2 all game long, and but on a day in which the minimum requirement for Fonyi was nothing except the 3 points. It doesn't matter how good or how ugly they win it, but sometimes in game of football, it's good to win ugly, and yesterday the champions needed that after they lost the Super Cup. So it was a sign of huge relief for them yesterday.
Thank you very much, Lamin Jarrah. Aliron Masayang, Mohamed Dukure. In case you're just joining us and currently monitoring this game live on LSTV, we are coming to you live from the C4 football field in the 2025 and the 5th edition of the West Coast Zonals. Dembajao trying to keep that ball in play, neatly done, but the possession is currently in Kombo Sillah's, and Kombo Sillah now, not for too long, an opportunity for Lamin to chase, and the flag of the assistant referee is already up against Abubakar Kujabi, who is currently leading the line. In case you're just joining us, Kombo Sillah, who are playing in the very first season of the West Coast Zonal competition, is starting this game with Aliu Dabo in goal, Yaya Jajo, the team captain Buba Suso, Ensa Koli, Keba Jane, Alaji Sise, Yana Boya, Demba Jao, Adama Jajo, Usman Sise, and Ismaila Sanyang completing the 11, and the traveling boys of Lamin, and already the flag of the assistant referee is up, and up against Kombo Sillah. Lamin under the guidance of Suleiman M. Sanyang, and he is ably and reliably assisted by Alassane Gassama, and the team has started the contest with Karunka Suso in goal, Lali Kande, Ibrahim Ambalo, Mohamed Nur Bainjai, Bubakar Sar, Famara Jiba, Omar Jame, Musa Bojang team captain, Ibrahim Afai, and Abubakar Kujabi completing the 11, and that was an opportunity for Lamin to have their noses in front, but unfortunately the ball already sailed off for a corner, and Musa Bojang team captain is going to deliver, and of course crowded penalty area, and of course a crowded football field at the C4 football field, as fans are currently waiting for the breakthrough. Where is the goal going to come from remains the biggest question, either from the debutants or the traveling boys from Lamin. We just have to wait and see, and we are currently having a huge number of dignitaries across the 8 committees, both being flown around the area. Not a decent control by the goalkeeper, who seems to be struggling with the raise of the sand. This is Demba Jao, and is that going to be a yellow card? Of course, yes, that's a yellow card already for Famara Jiba, and the number 6 for Lamin into the books of the central referee, Lamin Damfa. Masanyang, already we have dignitaries present at the C4 football field. Please get us the rundown.
Thank you so very much, Pa, and then we recognize the presence of everyone in all the departments of the field. The dignitaries we have on our VIP, we have Mr. Bakari Bojang Alkali of Sifo, Alaji Sow, Council of Elders from Nyofele, Sedu Sane from Nyofele, Mr. Sambo, the PRO of Nyofele, VDC,
Lamin Kanyi, Secretary General Lamin Zone, Sanabi Sise, President Lamin Sport Development Association, Ahmad Sow, President Kombo Sillah Zone, Sajo Sow, Head of Competition, Usman Minte, Chairman of CIFO VDC, and Mr. Fansu Bojan, the Treasurer of Kombo Sillah Football Zone. These are the dignitaries so far we have on our VIP.
An opportunity, central referee has already given the opportunity to the boys in black shirts, and white socks. Lamin against Kombo Sillah, who are currently playing at home for the very first time in the competition, and the 5th and the 2025 edition of the West Coast Zonals. 22 minutes on the clock and nothing separating the two. Kombo Sillah zone nil, Lamin zone nil from the C4 football field and live on LSTV1. And special thanks to all those monitoring this game. Abubakar Sar, who has been an integral member in the last competition for Lamin, will deliver this delivery around the area, and this time that's a clearance from Buba Suso, one of the central defenders, and it's going to be a corner for the traveling boys of Lamin against Kombo Sillah. And of course, in the first period, it is still nil from the C4 football field, and fans are still getting in at the C4 football field to watch this crucial showdown, and watching the crucial showdown in the 2025 edition, and of course in the 5th edition. The 4th edition of the West Coast Zonals won by Gunjun, 2nd edition Sanyang, 3rd and 4th edition respectively went to Foni, and it is now the 5th edition. Who is going to win it? We have to wait and see who is winning it. And already the flag of the assistant referee is already up, and the ball is already in the gloves of the netminder Aliu Dabo and Lamin Jara. We have already played over 22 minutes in the contest. It is still nil from the C4 football field, and we believe a goal in this contest, Jara, will definitely change the dynamics. But I am just trying to imagine if the host should get a goal here. We are just trying to imagine what is going to be the condition of the pitch at the C4 football field.
Yeah, if the host should get the lead, you will wonder, that name will be inscribed in Kombo Sillah folklore forever, because it will be the first ever goal scored by, a player that is playing in the zonals probably for the first ever time. But again, you can imagine how this place will be if the team decked out all in black with white socks to get their noses in front. That would be like a knockout blow to anybody who has paid his money or her money to come here in the persuasion of Kombo Sillah zone. Anyway, I think they have been so good. After 22.5 minutes of first half played in their first ever outing in this tournament, I think they've been great. They've shown us character, and so far they've shown us that if there is any team that's going to beat them, you're going to be given a good run for your money. They are not just going to be a walkover. They had couple of good chances that they could have found the back of the net. One was off target, and the other needed a goalkeeping heroic or a goalkeeping save to keep the score at 0-0. And as things stand, it's like there is a little bit of more urgency in their play than the way Lamin are playing. But again, when you play against a team that knows this tournament very well, a team that has gone to almost every ground and won, a team that only lost one game in the 4th edition and went out. Remember, Lamin never lost in the 4th edition last time out. The only time they lost was on penalty shootout, after a 0-0 draw. That tells you that they are a solid team. So when you play against this type of team and you are on top of your game as debutants, when your chances come, you got to bury them, because in 90 minutes, Lamin must have a chance. So that is where this game is played, Pa.
And it's still live. The central referee not the least interested. Furious technical area for Kombo Sillah, and the team is under the guidance of head coach Sirifo Ture. Lamin Sabal is his assistant. Other one now. This time around, floats that ball around the area. Demba Jao, decent control and opportunity this time around. And into the back of the net. And already the flag of the assistant referee is already up. Celebration cut short after the flag of the assistant referee on top. Went up against Kombo Sillah for an offside. What was going to be the moment at the C4 football field, Lamin Jara? It was going to be massive celebration, but the celebration cut short by the flag of the assistant referee, Jara.
Yeah, but again, it was offside. But you got to. admire the ingenuity of the center forward, having the idea, the technique, and under no pressure, just to put that ball above the goalkeeper. To me, was absolutely top class. If this goal stood or had stood, it would have been a goal of, you know, quality, a goal of high brilliance. But again, I mean, just when the ball went in, the first thing I did was I looked at the linesman and the flag was up. But I can't imagine how this place would have been. It would have been erupting by now, because some players have almost, in fact, invaded the pitch. I mean, in celebration. But the flag on that occasion was there to keep them stand where they were.
Impressive and lively from the C4 football field, and so far so good. The better side, Kombo Sillah, the debutants, currently enjoying possession and also the chances crafted. On the far side, once again, it is Kombo Sillah once again using the opportunity. Usman Sise floats that ball, desperately cleared by Lali Kande. Not a decent one already. An opportunity for Kombo Sillah to pick possession in their opposition's half. In case you're just joining us, it is lively and entertaining from the C4 football field, and it's a clash between Kombo Sillah and Lamin zone. Kombo Sillah under the guidance of CD4 Toure head coach Lamin Sabal is his assistant, and currently there is already 2 goals at the Box Family Stadium, and the score is currently the Sate Babos of Brikama 1, Fabi 1 at the Box Family Stadium, and currently at the C4 football field it is a nail-biting contest, but failed to produce a goal. So far so good, and we have already played close to 30 minutes in this contest, and we have played 28 minutes unofficial, as the central referee having the official timing, and the central referee is Lamin Damfa. Aliu Seka is the first assistant referee. Yusuf Wasambu AR2, Modu Baji fourth assistant referee. Ajimai Kante is serving as the match commissioner in this crucial and lively game. Masanyang entertaining, but currently we're struggling to have goals in this contest.
Yeah, honestly, it's very entertaining, and then the tempo of the game is getting higher and higher. We can see currently Kombo Sillah zone, the debutants, and then they are trying their monologue, but still we have not been seeing goals raining. But I trust before the end of the 90 minutes, we'll see a couple of goals raining, as far as Kombo Sillah, they are putting more pressure to the half of Lamin.
Kombo Sillah being the better side. Another opportunity. Sise will break once again. Lali Kande just there in time. Demba Jao regain possession, and Demba getting that ball down. Another opportunity. Ismail Asanyang, another tricky and fantastic player. Jao Demba played in this year's Brikama Soman Nametan for Jisar. This is Sise around the edge, trying to cross over, and this time opportunity. Lamin timely interception. What a moment. What a beginning for Kombo Sillah. I think every community in Kombo Sillah must be nodding their heads in having the belief that yes, we might have the team to go far. We might have the team to go far in this competition. So far so good. They have been the most impressive side since the commencement of this crucial game. Mohamed Dukune.
Well, thank you so much for the question being asked. We know at this point in time, Kombo Sillah appear as the deputant team, but being a deputant team, it does not mean that it's the first time you've been playing. Whereas when we talk about Kombo Sillah, the player of the Nyoferian side, Siforian side, Kombo, Senchur, Busrande, we have Nyofela. We have strong players. We have the caliber of players. When you able to groom them together, really they can actually help the particular team. And we have seen they played 3 test games played against Samga went in favor of the Kombo Sillah side. At this point, there is a collection trying to collect marker this way that way now. Kombo Sillah. Oh, it's an easy time for netminder.
That was definitely very close and into the gloves of the netminder, and that should have been 1-0 of Lamin. Unfortunately for Lamin, the chance crashed on the crossbar before lodging itself into the gloves of the netminder Aliu Dabo. And once again, Adam Ajaju will chase for Kombo Sillah. Lively and entertaining on and off the pitch from the C4 football field. And if the question should be asked whether we are entertained, and the answer must be yes, we are entertained. And it is the clash between Kombo Sillah and Lamin zone. Lively and entertaining from the C4 football field, and it is of course live on LSTV1 at the commentary cabin for Lamin Fatih. Fati, Masanyang Lamin Jara, and of course Mohamed Dukure. We can also confirm the presence of our colleagues and brothers from Gambia Talents TV who are already with us at the C4 football field to grace and also cover this lively and entertaining showdown. It is the first game for the debutants Kombo Sillah against the traveling boys of Lamin, who played the entire tournament last season without getting or being defeated, and the only time they got beaten was on post-match shootouts at the Box Bamini Stadium after a nail-biting 0-0 scoreline against Brufut in the semi-finals. And once again, they are currently eyeing for a spot in the quarter-final, semi-final, and possibly having the chance to reach the finals. And the debutants might be the underdogs of the competition, but they might be up and up for shocking results. Adam Achacho, this time desperately cleared by Lamin. Already the flag of the assistant referee is up and up against Lamin. Lamin will try to regroup whilst Buba Suso will deliver this ball or will hand the ball to the team captain Yaya Achacho, who is currently the only player that tasted the competition, and the rest of the players are playing in the competition for the very first time. Then Bajao dropping that ball is Wailer! Another glorious opportunity squandered, and this time sailed over the crossbar. Lamin Jara, we have seen glorious opportunities coming from Kombo Sillah, and of course chances keep begging. Unfortunately, they could not convert those chances into goals.
Yeah, and the reaction of the fans, you could hear it. They're desperate for the breakthrough, and I said this over and over. When you're on top, when chances come, you got to get them. You know, moments ago, Lamin could have get themselves, in front of this, and Kombo Sillah survived that, and moments later, at the other end, this is the third chance they have in inside 20 minutes of this game that I have watched. You know, surely they got to at least make sure that one of these chances finds the back of the net legally. Otherwise, they only hope and pray that these chances they are missing don't come back haunting them in the second half.
Thank you very much, Lamin Jara, Masanyang Mohamed Dukure. And in case you're just joining us, it is the first game and the very first time Kombo Sillah playing in the competition, and came into the competition as one of the debutants alongside Tujereng, who got the better of Costa by going to nil yesterday at the Shinju Alaji football field. And once again, it is the first game for Kombo Sillah at the C4 football field, and the score is currently 0-0 from the C4 football field, and it is also live on LSTV1 at the commentary cabin for Fati, Masanyang Lamin Jara, Mohamed Dukure, and behind camera operations, reliably Usman Kamara of LSTV1, who has been the camera operator and senior camera operator for that matter for LSTV1. Kudos to Usman and the entire LSTV1 crew. And of course from the C4 football field, lively and entertaining, and of course with a huge turnout. Masanyang, we will surely hand the mic to Masanyang, and already Demba Jao is push off the ball, and the central referee Lamin Tamfa has already given the opportunity to the home side Kombo Sillah, who are currently playing in a nail-biting 0-0 scoreline currently against Lamin. Masanyang approaching halftime. We have seen numerous goal-scoring opportunities, but still struggle to find the breakthrough in this crucial and lively game between Kombo Sillah and Lamin.
Yeah, thank you so very much, Pa. And then as far as we are heading to the first half, and then I would love to acknowledge the presence of our VIP. We now receive Umar Bojang, the Alcalo of Nyofele Medina, Bakari Sambu Piaro of Nyofele VDC, Keba Jame Nyofele Medina. Currently, they are seated on our VIP tent. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Masanyang. 35 minutes on the clock, unofficial. As the center referee and the officials with the official timing, entertaining on and off the pitch. Very massive congratulations to the support base behind the Kombo Sillah zone. And already the ball is still in play. Lamin picks possession in their own half, and the number 10 will solely deliver that. And Lamin, not for too long, getting that ball down, switching the play from the right to the left. This time around, it's going to be Kombo Sillah back to the custodian Aliu Dabo. Aliu Dabo in goal for Kombo Sillah. Not a decent one as his effort sailed off and a throw into Lamin, who are currently playing from our left to right or right to left from our commentary cabin, whilst Kombo Sillah kicks from our left to right. From the C4 football field, lively and entertaining. Lamin trying to enjoy possession here, trying to have their way out. Is that going to be a foul? Yes, given by the central referee Lamin Damfa, who is having the assistance of Aliu Seka, Yusuf Sambo, Modu Baji, the force assistant referee, Ajimai Kante, the match commissioner. Lively and entertaining. Buba Mane, Ibrahim Ajame, Mofire, of course, currently enjoying themselves with the support base behind Kombo Sillah zone. We are definitely grateful. We are indeed grateful of every other individual across the length and breadth of these 8 communities, coming from these communities to come to the C4 football field to rally behind the team. It's going to be a chase, not a decent one. Can Lamin find the park of the net from this distance? This time, easy time for the netminder. That would have been a defensive lapse, and Lamin should have capitalized. Unfortunately, centre forward Abubakar Kujabi, who has been an experienced player, played in the competition last season, and the team captain getting that ball down. Lamin trying to have a grip in this contest. Kombo Sillah now using the right side, trying to control possession. It's going to be another opportunity for Kombo Sillah, trying to reconnect the centre forward and number 10, Ismaila Sanyang, who could not just connect to that ball as the ball already rolled out for a throw in. Lively. Lamin Jara approaching half-time, and of course approaching half-time at the C4 football field. The score is still unchanged, 0-0 at the C4 football field, and earlier on we've reported that at the Box Family Stadium it is currently Brikama 1, Fabi 1.
0-0 approaching half-time, and how it is 0-0 only the 2 goalkeepers can say, because I mean the 2 teams have produced some fine football, and they've created some good chances. You know, at the other end, the Lamin goalkeeper was equal to the task twice when he was called into action, and not long ago we saw the Kombo Sillah goalkeeper also making some couple of saves, even though, you know, the latest one was a defensive lapse like you described it during the commentary. And you know, it's a good game so far, and you know, the fans are, I'm sure they've enjoyed all this, and that could be a chance before halftime. You know, he sits the goalkeeper down and now waiting for a cross inside the penalty area, and it's headed by Lamin. You know, this game is not fair to the fans, because by now both sets of supporters, you feel, should have been at least celebrating once or at least twice, looking at the way in which this first 45 pound out. And at the box bar, yes, Brikama and Fabi is always a tied affair. The last time they played was in the penultimate campaign, and Brikama won it by 2-1. It was 1-1 by halftime, and Brikama needed an added time winner to win it. So it's not a surprise to find out that in 15 minutes there are 2 goals at the box bar and 1 at other end.
1-1 at the Box Family Stadium in Brikama, and it is 0-0 at the C4 football field between Kombo Sillah zone and Lamin zone. Lively and entertaining, and of course it is currently 0-0 at the C4 football field. Lively and entertaining. Masanyang approaching halftime. It is currently 0-0, and by now we should be celebrating by now, but unfortunately we're still struggling to celebrate a goal coming from either Kombo Sillah or Lamin zone, as the score is still 0-0 as we approach half-time at the C4 football field.
Yeah, thank you very much, Pa. As we are approaching to the second half at C4 football field, we have been seeing glorious of goal scoring opportunity chances by the debutants. That's Kombo Sillah zone playing home, and then we also see some of the chances created by Lamin zone, but still no mother luck from either of this side. But I trust we'll be seeing glorious opportunity, goal scoring opportunity. Kombo Sillah zone, how they are controlling the game. Currently they are on top of Lamin.
Of Kombo Sillah patiently waiting for the breakthrough, and of course few of the supporters behind the Lamin side are also anxiously waiting for the breakthrough. Which side will have the first goal in this crucial and lively game remains to be seen, and it's a clash between, of course, the debutants and the Lamin side. And we can say it's a clash between debutants and experienced Lamin side. And Lamin are currently backed by the experience of Karunka Suso, who was part and parcel of the Kolistar side in the last GFF Men's Division 2. And Lali Kande was part of the players that played in the last edition and back again as one of the central defenders for the Islamic side. Bubakar Sar was also part of that team that played the semi-final against Brufut. It's a long one. This time we didn't trouble the custodian. And of course Musa Bojang, not only being part of the side but also played for the Gunjur United side in the second tier of Gambian football. Before playing for Gunjur United, also had a bit of experience in other divisions. And of course Abubakar Kujabi was also part of the team that lost to Brufut in the last edition in the semi-final. And in the side of Kombo Sillah, it is only Yaya Jajo who tested the competition when he played for Gunjur in the West Coast Zonals. And this time around playing for Kombo Sillah, and he is the only player that tested the competition, and the rest of the players are playing in the competition for the very first time. If not for this zone, 99.999% wouldn't have the opportunity to play in the West Coast Zonals. Kudos to the West Coast Football Association for giving us the opportunity to have the test of the Zonals. And of course, we are already up and running from the C4 football field, lively and entertaining in this crucial and lively game. Lamin Jara approaching halftime here. We have all the ingredients to call this game a great game, but the only missing thing is the goals, as we struggle to find the back of the net in this crucial and lively game.
Yeah, approaching halftime, and we might be going into halftime. And in fact, we are told that the 45 minutes are up, and the referee is signaling that when the fourth official raises that board, there will be 2 added minutes from the signal that we are seeing, in the field of play. Still, there is a chance for either team to at least get themselves the all important goal going into the halftime team talk. But again, it wouldn't be the end of the world if this game ends 0-0 at halftime. But at the pace in which this game is played, and in the manner in which the center forwards are pushing, it doesn't look like a 0-0 game. It doesn't look like come 90 minutes this game will be 0-0. I believe one team you feel will score that all important goal and massive 3 points in this.
Will score that much important goal. And of course, approaching halftime at the C4 football field. Lively and entertaining. Lively and entertaining from the C4 football field. Hello, good evening from the C4 football field, wherever you might be getting our voices and signals. The game is also live on LSTV at the commentary cabin for Lamin Fatih, Masanyang Mohamed Dukune, and of course Lamin Jara the sports writer, and behind camera operations for LSTV1 is Osman Kamara. Mohamed Dukune approaching halftime here. Nail-biting showdown between Lamin and Kombo Sillah, and of course having all the ingredients of a lively and entertaining, but the only missing thing is the goal or goals coming from either Kombo Sillah or Lamin. And we believe a goal in this contest will totally change the dynamics of this crucial and lively game.
Well, many thanks to you, Fatih, this special sport writer. According to our own timing, on official time, for some ends, additional time, he means 2 minutes to play. It's like it's one of the electrifying moments. At the moment, 3 points will be very vital for both sides here. What makes it more difficult, I can attest to it that Kombo Sillah actually knows that the new zonal team came yesterday and beat Costa yesterday 1-0. So that actually tells, it actually sent a very good message for them. And also a very well-decorated team from the Lamin zonal team. Lamin zonal team, they are a well-decorated team. That is why it's not always easy for Kombo Sillah zone to treat them. What as of now, first football is is always fair. You had a chance, you squander. Who are you going to blame? Kombo Sillah at this point in time, and hands down, even the spectators actually knows that what was going. They know Kombo Sillah have the dominancy. They have the vantage position in the first encounter. You had a chance, you have the score. For instance, if at all the chance that Kombo Sillah got, for instance, if that alluded to Lamin, it might be a different scenario. So you have to be won for squandering chances. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mohamed Dukure. Approaching halftime at the C4 football field. Lively and entertaining. In case you're just joining us, Kombo Sillah, the debutants, currently playing from our left to right, whilst the experienced side of Lamin kicking from our right to left. Aliu Dabo is in goal and Kombo Sillah is having Sirifo Ture as head coach. Lamin Sabali is his assistant and the custodian is Aliu Dabo. Yaya Jaju Buba Suso and Sakoli. Keba Jane Alaji Sise on the far side. The flag of the assistant referee is already up and up against Kombo Sillah, and Lamin will now have the opportunity any moment from now. The central referee Lamin Damfa is constantly checking on his wrist, as any moment from now he might be drawing the curtain at the C4 football field as far as the first period is concerned. And that's the final action. Final action at the C4 football field. I was going to say at the Boxbar Mini Stadium in Brikama. But anyway, at the C4 football field it is halftime. And Kombo Sillah nil, Lamin Zone nil. We're going to have 15 minutes of rest and another enticing second and final half between Kombo Sillah and Lamin Zone. Until then, it has been Lamin Fati, Masanyang, Mohamed Dukure, Lamin Jara, and behind camera operations for LSTV1 is Osman Kamara. Until then, do join us in the next 15 for the continuation. Everything is okay over your end there. Welcome back to the C4 football field after the 15 minutes of rest, and we are up and running from the C4 football field and live on LSTV1, and you could hear the claps and cheers coming from the home supporters of Kombo Sillah, and the Debidans are currently playing against the traveling boys of Lamin. And of course it has been an entertaining and lively first half, and now it is the commencement of the second and final half from the C4 football field and live on LSTV1 at the cabin for Lamin 40, Masanyang, Mohamed Dukure, Lamin Jara, and of course our colleagues from Gambia Talents TV. They are already with us, and of course currently having the massive presence of high profile dignitaries coming from the respective 8 communities that came together to form Kombo Sillah Zone. And the ambition has been there to make sure to help football grow around the area, and for the very first time rewarded by West Coast Region Football Association, giving the side the opportunity to play for the very first time in the competition, and their very first game against Lamin. Who is going to win it remains to be seen. Is it going to be the host or the traveling boys of Lamin remains to be seen, as we are currently in the second and final half, and the score is unchanged. 0-0 from the C4 football field and live on LSTV1. Just as I said, for Lamin 40, Mas Sanyang, Mohamed Dukure, and of course Lamin Jara. Demba Jao, one of the players, Adama Jaju, who drops deep for some defensive duties. It's going to be an opportunity. Ismaila Sanyang trying to hold possession. An opportunity for Kombo Sillah to move the ball forward. Adama Jaju surges forward. An opportunity for Kombo Sillah to find the back of the net. And currently the score is unchanged. 0-0 from the C4 football field. Lively and entertaining. And this is Bojang, the team captain, caught out by another captain, Yaya Jaju, who was just there in time to clear that ball desperately. In case you're just joining us, it's a clash between Kombo Sillah and of course Lamin in the crucial and lively game. Aliu Dabo is in goal for Kombo Sillah. Team captain Yaya Jaju, Buba Suso, Ensa Koli, Keba Jane, Alaji Sise, Yana Boya, Demba Jao, Adama Jaju, Usman Sise, and Ismaila Sanyang completing the 11, and Lamin under the guidance of Suleiman M. Sanyang is ably and reliably assisted by Alassana Gassama. And of course on the starting 11 we have Karun Kasuso in goal, Lali Kande, Ibrahim Ambalo, Mohamed Ndur, Mbainjai, Babukar Sar, Famara Jiba, Omar Jame, Musa Bojang, team captain Ibrahim Afai, and Abubakar Kujabi completing the 11, and Lamin up against Kombo Sillah, who are currently having the Sirifo Ture as the head coach, ably and reliably assisted by Lamin Sabali, and of course Aliu Dabo is a player from C4, plays for Canada in the C4 football tournament. Yaya Jaju, the team captain, is also from C4, and the Sateba boys have just reclaimed the top spot, and they are currently on the driving seat. 2-1 they lead at the Boxbar Mini Stadium against Fabi, and elsewhere of course at the C4 football field the score is currently barren. 0-0 at the C4 football field between Kombo Sillah and Lamin Zone. And of course Masanyang, it is the commencement of the second game, second half rather, lively and entertaining, and currently the score is unchanged, 0-0 from the C4 football field, and we believe a goal in the contest will totally change the dynamics.
Thank you very much, Pa. We are back in the second half of the game, and then still 0-0, Kombo Sillah Zone 0, Lamin Zone 0, and then the tempo of the game is getting higher, and then still glorious goal scoring opportunity chances for Kombo Sillah, but still no more luck for them. We are back in the second 45 minutes as far as the encounter is concerned, Pa.
Thank you very much, Masanyang. Lively and entertaining. It is of course coming to you live from the C4 football field and live on LSTV1. Special thanks to the fan base behind Kombo Sillah. It is going to be an opportunity for Lamin, caught out by Yaya Jaju, team captain. That's a clash between the central defender, of course, Yaya Jaju, and the forward, Adama Jaju, trying to twist and turn instead of foul. Central referee not the least interested as he wait for a play on. Opportunity for Lamin now, and the team captain Musa Bojang getting that ball down to the number 10, who controls that ball beautifully, Abubakar Sar. And not for too long, Kombo Sillah regain possession deep in their own half. Time to get the ball forward. Not a decent one, and already is a throw in for Lamin. And it's currently Lamin nil, Kombo Sillah nil from the C4 football field. Lively and entertaining, calling in for a handball, but the central referee not the least interested. Lamin Jara, and it is of course the commencement of the second and final half. Both sides having or working up their socks in getting the breakthrough. As we have already seen the entire first period without a goal. Probably we might see a goal or two in the second half, either coming from Kombo Sillah or the travelling boys of Lamin at the C4 football field.
Yeah, 3 points is what is important on opening night, and
They won't care how it comes, like I said earlier. And now the managers have done their halftime team talk after we've seen, an end-to-end stuff of 45 minutes of enterprising football. And the goalkeepers, when they were called upon on either side, they've been fantastic. They were equal to the task. And now it's a matter of, can one team finally break the deadlock here? And for Kombo Sillah zone, it's going to be history. Like I said, whosoever scores the first goal, that name will be in the lips and in history for eternity. Just like how Musa Kamara's name will be on Tujereng's lips, for eternity. And then you look at it, you got to be aware of the opposition, Lamin. They are a very dangerous side. And anybody who doesn't know this team, when it comes to the West Coast Zonals, especially last edition, they are hard not to crack. And you have to go all the way back. Last year in the opener, they beat the champions in the Foni at Lamin in the defense of their title on assignment 1, and they wrote history that nobody has written in this tournament for 4 years. They're the only team that has gone and play away from home, came from behind to win the game by 2-1 against Brufut. So if you're playing a team like that at home, you got to be aware of the dangers posed by the team, the away side. So to me, at one point in time, you feel the crowd will be agitated. They will be anxious. So long as this is 0-0, because as long as Kombo Sillah are not leading this game, there is always going to be jeopardy.
So long Kombo Sillah aren't leading, that's going to be, of course, the words of a colleague and brother. And already that's an infringement as waved by the central referee Lamin Damfa. An opportunity for Lamin to effect the set piece. Inches of the dividing line. And it is currently 0-0. Still 0-0 at the C4 football field. Lively and entertaining. Adam Ajaju trying to track back and trying to hold. Giving the opportunity to Kombo Sillah, who are playing at home for the very first time in the competition. And elsewhere at the Box Bar Mini Stadium in Brikama. 8 minutes on the clock in the first period at the Box Bar Mini Brikama 2, Fadi 1. Majaj is spreading it further. An opportunity not for too long. Lamin will now. Jaju is the team captain and the custodian just there in time, struggling, and that's an infringement on the custodian Aliu Dabo. Hello, good evening. Hello. From the C4 football field, wherever you might be getting our voices and signals, it is LSTV1 live from the C4 football field, and of course at the commentary cabin, Lamin Fatih, Masanyang Lamin Jara Mohamed Dukure. Behind camera operations is Osman Kamara. Yaya Jaju with a long one of the central defenders sent for Kombo Sillah zone, and the player Lali Kande, not Lali Kande this time around, and he is Lali's partner. We have to confirm the player shortly, and it's going to be a substitution. A substitution. Any moment from now, we're going to have a substitution to be effected by head coach Serifo Ture and his backroom staff. Serifo Ture is the head coach, and his assistant is Lamin Sabali. And of course having a great backroom staff of Emil Jata. And we can also confirm Lamin Jadama being part of the team. And of course a lot of other officials. Double substitution for Lamin as well. Lamin will introduce 2 fresh legs, and 2 tired legs will be taking off. Buba Suso, one of the central defenders, having the defensive partnership alongside team captain Yaya Jaju. In case you're just joining us, you are reminded that we're still coming to you live from the C4 football field and live on LSTV1 in the game between the Kombo Sillah zone and of course Lamin Adamajajo trying to penetrate on the far side. He could not have his way out. We are still waiting for the green light from the central referee and his officials. If the green light is given, that's going to give us the opportunity for the introduction of the players. Lamin to introduce two fresh legs. The center forward Abubakar Kujabi is coming off and he is going to be replaced. And we also have Famara Jiba off. And already we have the introduction of the number 8 for Lamin, who is of course Suleiman Sow. And Suleiman introduced. And the other player introduced for Lamin is Kemo. Oh no, Suleiman Sow this time around. We have to get that. Kemo Jabang will be introduced for Kombo Sillah. Kemo Jabang 19. Who is he replacing? We have to wait and see. And it's a throw in for Kombo Sillah. But the fourth assistant referee has to wait. Siaka Sonko number 8 introduced for Lamin, and Kemo Jabang will be introduced by Kombo Sillah, and Kemo will replace Usman Sise. Usman Sise out. Kemo introduced. Another fantastic player. Another fantastic player for Kombo Sillah. And of course, experienced player around the area, partly cleared. Kombo Sillah trying to have their way out. Kemo Jabang trying to twist and turn, getting the ball down. An opportunity not for too long. Kombo Sillah will use the opportunity to break once again. Lively and entertaining. Kemo will chase. Kemo Jabang, not a decent control by one of the central defenders for Lamin. Dribble past his marker. Fortunately for him, he was able to have his way out. And one of the latest players introduced by Lamin is the two newly introduced players from the C4 football field, and it is entertaining and lively. And of course, the turnout is impressive and lively and live on LSTV1. And of course, in the competition for the very first time, Kombo Sillah trying to track down Demba Jao, not a decent control and turn. Lost possession. Lamin will try to break, and Lamin will use the opportunity to unlock the defense of Kombo Sillah around the edge of the 18, calling in for a penalty. But the central referee has already given the opportunity, and Lamin will now have the opportunity to benefit from a set piece at a crucial position. Lamin will rely on a dead ball specialist to deliver, and will rely on a dead ball specialist to deliver. And the boys dressed in black shorts and white socks will now have the opportunity. Who are they going to rely on now? Who is Lamin going to rely on? We could remember in their very first game last season, got the better of Brufut, of course, at the Brufut Strasser football field, before losing to Brufut in the semi-finals. And it's going to be a set piece, and a set piece to be taken by the number 10, Abubakar Sar. And Buba is one of the dead ball specialists for Lamin, and currently having 3 players behind the ball. And is that going to be an opportunity for Lamin to find the back of the net? Remains to be seen. And currently at a great position. At a great position for Lamin. Can Lamin use the opportunity to find the back of the net? Remains to be seen. Let's wait and see. Abubakar now floats that ball, cross on the wall. Another opportunity. Once again cleared by Kombo Sillah. Kemo Jabang. Came on as a substitute, trying to unlock the defense of Lamin now. Not a decent control on the far side. The traveling boys of Lamin regain possession as they try to unlock the defense once again of Kombo Sillah. And the team captain and number 5, Musa Bujang, trying to hold possession. Buba Suso, they are in time to clear that ball desperately. Masanyang entertaining and lively, but still struggling to find the back of the net.
Yeah, thank you for that wonderful commentary. I will still acknowledge the presence of our VIP. We are also joined by the Alcalo of Kunkujang, Bakari Jane, Bakar Jane, thank you so very much for gracing this occasion with us. And then back to the field of play. Currently, Kombo Sillah zone, they are facing a bottleneck. As we can see, Lamin, they are prepared fully, attacking them and trying to at least pass back their markers and then at least being in front of the goalpost, but still there is no model for them. Let's see what will happen as far as this encounter is concerned.
Let's wait and see what's going to be the outcome around the edge of the 18. Can they get something from this distance? What a moment of brilliance, for Lamin. And Lamin trying to have a grip of this game in the second half. And seemingly they are trying to get the team in this contest. And of course, Lamin seems to have a grip of the second half. He seems to have a poor first half, but currently trying to have a grip of the second half in this crucial and lively game.
Yeah, like I said in the first half, Lamin must have a chance within 90 minutes. I'm not sure Kombo Sillah can stop them. It's about, can they find the back of the net? When you are a big team in a tournament like no other, there comes a moment that you feel that you can no more sustain pressure. You can no more sit and invite pressure. You have to show that you are a big team. And that was so close. It was only needed somebody in black to head home, and that would have been, a precious lead for Lamin and a costly one for Kombo Sillah zone. Like I said, as this game grows older, you begin to realize that the tempo of Kombo Sillah zone is dropping, and Lamin are beginning to swing the pendulum to their own favor, and they are more of bit by bit growing into the game and trying to have it, by the scruff of its neck. It's about how well you end sometimes in football. It's not about how bad you begin. You begin bad and you are able to stay in it, and then give your opposition a lot of, work to do, and then it's 0-0. Like I said, so long as this game is 0-0, there's always jeopardy. And you got to give credit to Kombo Sillah zone. Up to this point, many would have thought that Lamin were going to come and give a walkover. But with the team that I have seen today, they're going to take some stopping. Nobody is just going to walk over them. But again, Lamin are always dangerous, and this is a team that I'll keep on saying this. This is a team that I respect for all the right reasons. Last year, they beat the champions on opening day. They went on to beat the finalists. So they can always go and say, we have never won the Zonals, but we beat the champions, and we beat the team that won the Super Cup, in the same season. And they went out without losing a game. It was on penalty shootout, and they were just not lucky. And the only goal they conceded in the entire tournament was only one goal. No wonder their goalkeeper was who won the Golden Glove last edition. So this is the team that everybody in Kombo Sillah is up against. But the good side is it's 0-0. If Kombo Sillah should go and get anything from this game, it should be a point gain, or it should be 3 points gain.
Thank you very much, Lamin Jara. Lively and entertaining from the C4 football field. And of course, Kombo Sillah backed by a massive support base. And the C4 football field, lively and entertaining. But the score is currently 0-0. And elsewhere at the Box Mini Stadium, the Sateba boys have already reclaimed the advantage, as the score is currently in their favor, 2-1 at the Box Mini Stadium. And in the upcoming fixtures for the competition, in the Super Cup, it ended 4-1, Brufu 2. And of course, Tujeren got the better of Costa by a goal to 0. Fonyu defeated Central 2 by a goal to 0. Brikama currently leading by 2 goals to 1 against Fabi. Kombo Sillah currently on a 0-0 scoreline against Lamin. Sukuta will take on Sanyang. Central 2 will play away to Central 2 will of course host Costa. Tujereng will play at home to Fonyi. Fabi hosts Brufut, and of course Kombo East will host Kombo Sillah in the next game for Kombo Sillah. As the score is currently 0-0 from the C4 football field. Lively and entertaining. And of course, in the last edition of the West Coast Zonal competition, we have seen interesting and lively. That was definitely very close, but unfortunately could not trouble the custodian. Lively and entertaining. Who is going to advance and who is going to crash out remains to be seen. And of course it must be either Kombo Sillah or Lamin. The winner will definitely have a very good standing, of course, in the group, whilst the loser will definitely coming fixture. It is Lamin on the attack now. Launches that ball forward on the far, and the flag of the assistant referee up and up against Lamin this time around. And Kombo Sillah will use the opportunity to benefit from a set piece. Mohamed Dukure, lively and entertaining, and of course having the entire first half without a goal, and beginning the second half without a goal seems to be not a very good result for both sides. But if they can get the maximum point.
Well, many thanks to you, Pa. At this point in time, we now encountering the second periods after playing over 50 minutes here. At the moment, so we played 58 minutes according to Pa. It's like the tempo of the game is now dynamized. At the ownership of the game is like it's went to the Lamin zonal team now, but at the end of the day, the boats are searching for 3 points. The concise 3 point here, but at the end of the day, I will be able to see which team will be able to elevate to other level with fancying 3 point. Whether it's going to be Kombo Sillah or Lamin zonal team, but it's always difficult playing a very well decorated team. This one is just a 5th edition, and Lamin zonal team have been playing is just like a Kombo Sillah. This one is just a first time playing as a they appear as the debutant team as of now. But after watching against Samga, they did wonders. They play against Brikama. Things fall apart for them. But after their last test games played against the opponent side, which was Falcons, and it went 2-1 in favor of Falcons. But that experience actually tells very well. We have seen Kombo Sillah as a zone playing against one of the decorated side is actually an experience for them. But at the end of the day, we'll see whether Lamin, the traveling team, will be able to fancy the 3 point, or the other side. Remain to be clear here. We all know we watching drama, as football is drama. So at the end of the day, who will be able to?
Who is going to get the victory, or is it going to be share of the spoils remains to be seen. An attack this time, it is getting the ball backwards to Buba Suso. Buba checks back to the custodian Aliu Dabo. Dabo Aliu in goal, long and high one. Time to connect the right side of the defense for Kombo Sillah. Adama Jaju Rasul and rewarded by the central referee. Lamin Damfa is the central referee, having the assistance of Aliu Seka. Najimai Kante serving as the match commissioner in this entertainment football field, and of course live on LSTV1 for Lamin Fati. Of course, I was going to say Kemo Kanye. Of course, this afternoon on the commentary cabin is Masanyang, Mohamed Dukure and Lamin Jara. We will be crisscrossing from the C4 football field back to the Box Mini Stadium to check on the results between Brikama and Fabi, and we will relay every result. From the Super Cup coming down to this evening at the C4 football field, and in the Super Cup it ended. The champions being defeated by Brufut by 2-1 in the Super Cup. Tujereng, one of the debutants, got the Chincho Alaji football field. It ended 4-1, Central 2-0 with a long one around the area, eludes every other player, and this wouldn't count, and this wouldn't trouble any player as the ball is already off, and already off for a throw-in, and Kombo Sillah will have the opportunity, lively and entertaining. And of course, Kombo Sillah up against Lamin in this crucial and lively game. And of course, it is the opening game of this year's West Coast Zonal Championship in, of course, Group C. In Group A, we have Foni the champion, Central 2, Costa and Tujereng. Group B, Brufut, Brikama and Fabi. And in Group C, Lamin, Kombo East and Kombo Sillah. Group D, we have Sukuta, Sanyang and Gunjur. And in every group, 2 will advance. There we go to the quarterfinals. quarterfinals. Which of the sides will get to the quarterfinals? We just have to wait and see. Lamin now, trying to unlock the defense. Buba Suso heading it down, trying to get that ball to the advancing player. Player Rasul, and this time around is an opportunity for Kombo Sillah, who are now playing from our right to left, from our commentary cabin, while the traveling boys of Lamin kicking from our left to right. Entertaining and lively. And kudos to the fan base behind Kombo Sillah. Yaya Jaju going long, and Yaya trying to connect the center forward. That's a glancing header, and Lamin trying to defend that ball decently. And Lamin will be hoping to snatch the most important and much needed away victory, whilst Kombo Sillah will be hoping to collect their first maximum points in the competition. And this time around, is that going to be an opportunity? And desperately cleared. Kombo Sillah should have their team in lead here, but unfortunately they failed to capitalize and failed to capitalize once again. And the debutants should have taken the lead by now, squandered glorious opportunities, and their fans can't just wait to celebrate that much needed goal. But unfortunately, once again, Lamin Jara, it should have been 1-0 up for the debutants on the home side. Unfortunately, squandered once again.
What a chance.
What a moment that would have been. You know, everybody was almost on their toes, ready to go into a wild celebration. You know, it was put for him on a plate to find the bottom corner. But again, there were a lot of shots between him and the post were decked out all in black. And you could see he was trying to find the bottom corner on that occasion. But again, that was a very good chance. At the other end, they have some defending to do. But again, like I said, on any other day, against any other opposition, that would have been 1-0 Kombo Sillah. What a chance.
What a chance, and that would have been 1-0 up Kombo Sillah. But the score is still unchanged. Lively and entertaining from the C4 football field. Hello, in case you just joining us, you are reminded that we're still coming to you live from the C4 football field, and it is of course live on LSTV1 at the commentary cabin for Lamin Fatih, Masanyang Mohamed Dukure, Lamin Jara, and it is lively and entertaining between Kombo Sillah and Lamin. Lamin and Kombo Sillah. Who is going to win it, either in regulation or of course it's going to be share of the spoils. Ismail Asanyang couldn't control that ball, and already any attack, it's going to be an offside. And the goalkeeper alert enough to clear that ball desperately. Lively and entertaining from the C4 football field. In case you just joining us, it is the 2025 edition of the West Coast Zonals, and is that going to be a foul? Yes, given by the central referee Lamin Damfa, having the assistance of Aliu Seka, Yusuf Asambu, Modu Baji, the fourth assistant referee, Ajimai Kante, the match commissioner. Lively and entertaining. And Kombo Sillah should have been 1-0 up, but unfortunately could not capitalize. Masanyang, I think, and this is what we are definitely expecting, as 8 communities coming together to form the zone of Kombo. We have the numbers, and currently the only thing that we are calling to see is the goal or goals coming from Kombo Sillah, or either Kombo Sillah or Lamin.
Yeah, thank you so very much of the fans, and we have seen the turnout and the Kombo Sillah, and the game is in turn in favor of Kombo Sillah. We have seen Demba Jao with that great opportunity chance, but still he can capitalize. See Kombo Sillah go in front.
Thank you very much, and thank you very much, Mohamed Dukure, and of course for LSTV1, and of course lively and entertaining, and from the LSTV Facebook handle and also on the YouTube handle. It's an opportunity. Team captain Lamin is Kombo Sillah now trying to unlock the defense, spreading that ball for Lamin to break. Lamin will use the opportunity to break. And of course the player, one of the newest entrants of this Lamin side, wrestled and rewarded. And the central referee has already given the opportunity, and the ball is already up and already off for a throw-in. And of course we have to give commendation to every individual present here. Kamol beten to bake kejai mol mi alon nako wala nada pulka mabe nyin game to drum mi alon nako walem Kombo Sillah anil Lamin zone the kabring to Lamin na Kombo Sillah zone it don't get a mold. This is Kombo Jabang trying to have his way out back to Adam Ajajo. And it's going to be another opportunity for Kombo Sillah. Adama will try to use his space against his marker around the edge. Is that going to be an opportunity? And already is a goal kick. Double substitution for Lamin once again. Double substitution for Lamin. Lamin continue to introduce fresh legs. Lamin continue to introduce fresh legs. And yes, the team captain is out and has already handed the cup Abubakar Sar. And already we have seen the introduction of another fresh leg. And this time Keba Baji is introduced. And Lamin has also introduced John Siga. John Siga, another fantastic lad introduced by head coach Suleiman M. Sanyang. It's lively and entertaining. All coming to you live from the C4 football field. Demba Jao getting that ball down to the center forward. And unfortunately could not connect to that as the ball rolled back into the gloves. Back Kemo Jabang. Kemo Jabang trying to test the goalkeeper from distance. And that was a sound from the supporters of Kombo Sillah as the entire supporters of the side are anxiously waiting for the breakthrough. Who is going to find the back of the net for the first time this evening remains the biggest ambition, but also the biggest question. Kamol beten to back it from Kamol Jai mol mi yalon neko wallem multi mi yalon neko ibota Kombo Sillah zone ani mol mi yalon ne fanan ko ibota Lamin ani mol mi yalon neko walle be nyim macho nyin jibe kan kabonang LSTV1 live from the C4 football field. Kamol beten to back Kamol be Jai kabrim to Malamin na West Coast Region Football Association iketa multi mi yalon neko Kombo Sillah zone anin tujereng zone yesilo nyindi la pulkaje fananko ke dadum nying West Coast zonal competition o nying kono akunya follow and then Kombo Sillah zone itol nada ke multi mi yalon ko ila match follow in mil be benga saint and wollem Lamin zone mi yalon neko wolle semi final play kabrim to Malamin nay fota against Brufut serun kabrim to Malamin do play the competition o nyindo odo kamala donka West Coast Region Football Association tend to bag donke jai kabrim to Malamin nay silo nyindi Adama Jaju on the far side can they get an opportunity? Adam around the area calling in for a penalty. And the central referee not the least interested. And Kombo Sillah zone calling in for a penalty. But the central referee wait for a play on instead of awarding a penalty. And it's going to be an opportunity for Kombo Sillah this time Lamin to break. And already an opportunity. Is that going to be an opportunity for Lamin to find the back of the net from this instance remains to be seen. Any moment from now we're going to see. And as the central referee already waved for a goal kick. Earlier on, penalty out. Lamin Jara, central referee not being interested.
Yeah, there might be contact, but it was too minimal, from the central referee. And then at a minute, you could see the reaction of the supporters out there. But the linesman was spot on, and the referee as well was spot on. You and I, from where we are watching, we're very, very far away. And the fans, it's the emotions, because they will fluctuate. Others will be in the persuasion of pink, others will be in the persuasion of black. And on that occasion, it's those in the persuasion of pink that have made the appeals, and the linesman was spot on to make sure that he doesn't. And from now, what we are seeing is end-to-end. But this one to win it! What that going to be the chance?
Another glorious opportunity for Kombo Sillah to find the back of the net. Unfortunately, squandered. Squandered once again. Kombo Sillah trying to find the breakthrough. Adama Jaju around the center circle. Not a decent one. This time around is not a high put. A signal by the center referee. Unfortunately, Masanya and Kombo Sillah zone should have taken the lead here. Unfortunately, it is still
Yeah, certainly. Currently, the tempo of the game is getting higher and higher, and then the fans of Kombo Sillah zone, they are at a nervy moment because they will love to see their team winning. Adama Jaju rather is paying way, and then he'll watch the rest of the game on the bench. And then I think this is a good move for Kombo Sillah zone, first game, and then trying to dominate one of the best teams in the West Coast Zonal, and then a substitution of the number 14. Let's see what will happen next part.
monitored by some of the top division clubs. And Dembajao probably might having his way in the top flight and currently leading the race, Bombarda and PSD Galaxy. But anyway, it's a set piece for Kombo Sillah. Is an opportunity. Yaya now, a dead ball specialist. This time Yaya strikes. Never troubled the custodian and Karunka Suso. Just there in time to control that ball decently. Buba Suso not a decent one. And Lamin will use the opportunity to break. And it is currently 3-1 at the Boxbar Mini Stadium. And Brikama has already taken the 3-1 advantage against Fabi. Yaya Jaju, one of the central defenders and team captain. And this time around the new entrant by Sen. And what a moment. And I believe the supporters of Kombo Sillah must be entertained by now. And going home in Lamin, the supporters of Lamin might be saying, we have already played against a very difficult Kombo Sillah side. And every other zone across the length and breadth of West Coast region will be saying, of course, they are not here for a joke. Kombo Sillah zone.
They are organized and the way they attack, everything is excellent.
But anyway, Kombo Sillah zone will hopefully get to Kombo East. And if they can get the victory here, probably they might be hoping to snatch the most needed victory away to Kombo East on Sunday against Kombo East. And currently the score is 0-0 from the C4 football field. Is it going to be a victory for Kombo Sillah or a victory for Lamin? If they can get that done, it's going to be share of this falls at the C4 football field in this crucial and lively game. Masai and dignitaries are already here in numbers and currently, and give us the rundown, please. An opportunity. Kombo Sillah zone will benefit once again. And this time around, this player is indeed a fan favorite. When he's been introduced, you could hear the cheers and sounds coming from the faithfuls of C4. Player Rasoult and central referee has already given, and of course you can hear all the claps and sounds from every section of the C4 football field in love of the star player Masanyang. We are definitely loving the atmosphere. We are definitely loving the atmosphere.
The atmosphere is electric, and we love to take you through the dignitaries,
The high-profile personnel we receive tonight. First, I will start with the Alcalo of C4 as Mr. Bakari Bojang, Alaji Sow, Council of Elders, Nyonfele, Seydou Sane. You also have Lamin Kanyi, Secretary General, Lamin Zone, and Sanabi Sise, President, Lamin Sport Development Association, Amar Sow, President Kombo Sillah, Sajo Sow, Head of Competition, West Coast Region, RFA, Osman Minte, Chairman, C4 VDC, Omar Bojang, Alcalo, Nyonfele, Medina. We also receive Bakar Sambu Piaro, Nyonfele VDC, Keba Jame, Nyonfele Medina, and Bakari Jane, Alcalo, Kunkujang. These are the dignitaries we receive tonight.
What a strike from Yaya Jaju, and he is indeed a fantastic dead ball specialist. And of course we have played 39 minutes in the second half unofficial. Time running out for both Kombo Sillah and Lamin. And elsewhere at the Boxbar Mini Stadium, it ended Brikama 3, Fabi 1. And at the C4 football field, anxiously waiting for the late breakthrough. It's Kombo Sillah zone now. Strike comes in. Another opportunity. What a moment. Kombo Sillah trying to find the back of the net. Will they be able to have a late goal? Is that a push? Central referee not the least interested. What a moment. What a showdown. And the supporters are currently on the edges of their seat. I am trying to figure out if there is going to be a goal here. And if there is a goal currently, what is going to be the mood of the C4 football field. But anyway, one thing is for sure. The organizing committee wouldn't be telling us you have not given us the huge turnout at the C4 football field. Go back to Brikama and tell them we have seen one of the massive turnout at the C4 football field. But this is just the beginning from Kombo Sillah zone. On Sunday we will be away to Kombo East and back to the C4 football field live on LSTV1. Lamin Fati, Mohamed Dukure, Mas Sanyang, and of course Lamin Jara at the commentary cabin. Osman's Kamara behind camera operations. Time running out for both Lamin and Kombo Sillah. What a showdown, and this is a clash between the debutants and a side that has been playing in the competition from the very first edition, the second edition, third edition, the fourth edition, and of course the fifth edition now. Lamin has been part and parcel of every edition, and Kombo Sillah zone playing in the competition for the very first time, and have already, they will definitely leave a mark here if they are able to pick a point here. Lively and entertaining in the final moments. This is Lamin now. Kombo Sillah, massive clearance. What a moment and showdown. An opportunity for Kombo Sillah. And of course, Kombo Sillah will be looking at their soldiers to say, we have kept Lamin in the entire showdown without a goal if they are able to hold on to this advantage. Only if they are able to hold on to this 1-0 scoreline. Lively and entertaining. Of course, lively and entertaining from the C4 football field. And the central referee, we are in, so how many of the minutes is going to be added on? Another opportunity. Kombo Sillah will break once again. Ismaila Sanyang, number 10. Number 10, Ismaila. Fantastic player, caught out by Lamin. And Lamin will use the opportunity. Is that a foul? A slap on the face of Ismaila Sanyang, Mas Sanyang. We are loving the atmosphere.
Certainly, I'm loving the atmosphere, and then every fan here is loving the atmosphere. This is what we expect from the debutants, and then they do 100% of what the fans expect. So far so good. Kombo Sillah on top of Lamin.
It is massive. It is indeed massive. What a showdown and what a turnout at the C4 football field. Allah Baraka Bake Kombo Sillah zone. Thank you very much, Kombo Sillah zone. Alkalul mi alon ko bebe Kombo Sillah zone Allah Baraka. VDC chairperson wala nalla dokulal be Allah Baraka. And momo mi alon ko be Kombo Sillah zone ye wato nyinta pour kanaka mabe jang. Sirifo Amadou Sow la nyaton kayro kodo mbafula le ko Allah Baraka Bake niyo se wota Bake ntolla doku mi alon ne ko ngake ngamol kumandi nyamin mama mol sindijang, but the collective responsibility kabo mo laba wala mi alon ne ko abe zono to katafo mo mi alon ne ko. And of course we can confirm the presence of the Councillor for Katong Ward Honorable Bubakar M. Kante has also joined us in this crucial and lively game. Momo mabete jay bafala le Kombo Sillah zone alimbe nga fundi ngata Kombo East. Yaya Chacho and his effort crash on the wall. Another opportunity. Ball being chested down. But before that, the flag of the assistant referee is already up. And Lamin will introduce. Is that going to be a moment for Lamin to wind down the clock here? Anyway, at least to pick a point against Kombo Sillah, the C4 football field, will be a great result for Lamin. And also a point for Kombo Sillah. They might be saying we should have bagged the maximum points, but unfortunately not a bad game. We can go to Kombo East and suck Kombo East. But anyway, back to the C4 football field. Allah Baraka Baki Sifon Kolo. ala baraka bake nyofele nkolu nyofele madina nkolu kasa kunda nkolu gunjur kunkuja nkolu kasa kunda nkolu bonsa nkolu anin sandali nkolu ala baraka bake kabrin to Lamin na nkafuta nyokam ngamira nunko amuku ko lembalete kol nyin ko yata num bake bari sainteng afele West Coast Region Football Association ye sutoro ke nyin zonola bari ngalon ne fananko ni la mol murun tay be min fola nyin zono nyin na kodo abekela kulati drum yalon ne ko nyin zono manna chakanola manna chakanola in the sense imanna drum pulkana danko drum nyin manna simbo siyandola de Demba Jao getting that ball down. It is Lamin on the attack now. Time to get the late goal here. Is that a foul? Yes, given by the central referee Lamin Damfa. Lamin Damfa, central referee. Lively and entertaining. Fan club ala Barakabake. Kombo Sillah fan club ala Barakabake. Kombo Sillah supporters ala Baraka. And the traveling set of supporters of Lamin ala Barakabake. And it's a set piece. And it's a set piece for Lamin. And Lamin still searching for the late goal here. Lamin still searching for the late goal. Can they find the back of the net from this instance? And on the far side, that's a handball. And that's a handball. And in the final moments, if the score should remain like this, the man of the match is already confirmed. The man of the match confirmed. If the score should remain like this, but if we are to have a goal here, there might be a switch in the man of the match. And currently, who is your man of the match contender here? Jamalum Allah man of the match Alafonye. Jumalum man of the match, Nibe man of the match Dilabi, Jamalong, but Ningolo not a bisa intended. Womari Lebekala man of the match. But so far so good. We have on our decks the man of the match. And the player is from Kombo Sillah zone. Man of the match is from Kombo Sillah zone. If the score should remain like this, and we will announce that immediately after the end of the showdown. Is that going to be the final action? There we go. It is full time at the C4 football field. And Kombo Sillah zone must be disappointed. Man of the match is Ismail Asanyang. Ismail Asanyang, number 10, Kombo Sillah zone, is the man of the match. Congratulations, Kombo Sillah zone. Ismail Asanyang is the man of the match. Massive game, great game for Kombo Sillah, and of course it's a point for Lamin, a point for Kombo Sillah. But the supporters of Kombo Sillah will be saying, what a game and fantastic game from the Kombo Sillah or from the C4 football field. And this is where we're going to draw the curtain. It has been Lamin Fatih, Lamin Jarama Sanyang, Mohamed Dukure, behind camera operations Osman Kamara. Until then, bye bye from the C4 football field, and until then, join us in Kombo East on Sunday.